Why is setting boundaries so hard? You know you have to do it, but as soon as you think about it, you suddenly feel an extreme amount of discomfort. And you might begin thinking, what if I actually set this boundary and upset someone? What if they don't want to talk to me anymore? What if I lose a friendship? What if my family is upset at me, right? If this sounds familiar, then you are not alone. Boundaries feel extremely uncomfortable and they can be stressful. But the point here is that discomfort doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing anything wrong. It actually means that you're pushing yourself towards a new behavior. And anytime that we do that, discomfort can kick in and our bodies will respond to that. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 crucial steps to help you push through that discomfort so that you can set boundaries in a healthy way that will make you feel better about how others are treating you. I know this is such a difficult topic, and I know because I've been there and I have always had difficulty setting boundaries and saying no to people and refusing to do things. And I remember one time I had a personal discussion happen in my home while I was at school, and my daughters were there with my stepfather. And just to give you a little bit of a story very quickly, I no longer allowed my stepfather to come into my home after that. And that was extremely difficult for me. And I got pushback from a lot of my family members, like, what are you doing? Now what? Now he has to come to our house. And I remember feeling that guilt and battling with myself, but I stood my ground, and it was a pivotal moment. But I'll tell you the 3 things that I did in order to allow me to do that. First off is I ignored the discomfort. I knew that that decision that I was making was completely different from every other situation with my family. So I knew that this was just not a comfortable decision. But I decided to ignore that discomfort. And it's important for you to ignore the discomfort as well. You're doing nothing wrong by setting a boundary with those who you love, those who you spend time with, friends, family, people at work. But it's going to feel uncomfortable because you're not used to it. It's not the way you normally behave. And so because of that, step number 1 is crucial in ensuring that that discomfort doesn't stop you from actually moving forward and setting the boundary, being firm about it. Step number 2 is do not feel guilty about putting yourself first. At the end of the day, setting boundaries is all about putting ourselves first and understanding that we deserve respect. We deserve to be treated with wonderful, positive, great behaviors. We deserve to be treated well. And if we start feeling uncomfortable about putting ourselves first and what we really want, or what we don't want to do because I don't know, let's say you don't want to go to a party because every time you go to the party in this person's house, you end up feeling exhausted and you don't enjoy yourself. It's okay to say no to that party. So it's okay to be comfortable doing that because you're taking care of yourself and you deserve that. We all do. Step number 2 is about honing in on what it is that you really want, deciding what that is, and then deciding to communicate that as a boundary. Really feeling and understanding that putting yourself first is completely okay and actually a crucial part of establishing a boundary with people. Step number 3 is stop explaining or over justifying. And if we use the party example, and I know I've done this so many times, like, I'm so sorry, like, I can't go because, like, I didn't sleep last night and I'm kind of tired and, I really didn't get a chance to take a nap. And so now I'm just like exhausted, like, and I'm just not going to be in a party mood. And like, I don't want to ruin, the vibe for everybody. So like, have you ever done that? The over explaining and justifying, right? Stop over explaining and over justifying. You have the right to say no. You have the right to put up boundaries that will protect your being, that will protect your joy, that will protect your energy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's important to focus on understanding that, yes, a boundary is going to make you feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. You can Go right through that discomfort, understanding that it's normal, that it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. And then understanding that you have permission to prioritize yourself. This is what this is all about. You come first. What you want comes first. And in that aspect, you don't need to over-explain or over-justify why you're putting up that boundary, or why you don't want to do that thing, or why you don't want to go to that place. You don't need to do that. It's okay for you to just say no and not want to without over-explaining. It's up to you. It's your life. And so you deserve that autonomy without feeling so much guilt. So I'd love for you to do this one thing. Think of one situation where you've been avoiding setting a boundary because you know it's going to feel uncomfortable. Write down those exact words that you want to say to that person, those people, whatever the situation is, and commit to practicing it for about a week or less if you need it. Depends if you have a deadline to actually give the person an answer. But practice it so that it becomes flowy, if that makes sense. So that it when you say it, your body starts getting used to it, and you can almost prepare it for that discomfort and say, okay, I might feel a little uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it because at the end of the day, it's going to make me happy. And let me know in the comments how that has worked out for you and if you were able to break through that discomfort. Because look, what I want you to take away from this video is that feeling that discomfort and maybe a little bit of anxiety about putting up that boundary is way better than not respecting yourself enough to do so and continuing to do things and put yourself in situations that just are not good for you, that you don't want to be in, and that are exhausting your energy. That's just not going to be a positive experience. And you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that because you've done something that you really didn't want to do or put yourself in a situation that you didn't want to do. I hope this has been helpful. If it resonates, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, of course, and be on the lookout for more videos about this very topic, which basically is putting yourself first. It's all about self-love on this channel. Take good care, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.